There we go. Just getting this started, guys. Bear with me on some technical stuff. Okay, I think we're started. So, what's up, y'all? My name is Ray. As you know, thanks for joining the first live stream hangout chat session that we're going to have here. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. Let me make sure I got the chat up and I can see everything. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Just make sure the audio is working and everything. Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me all right. And then also, if you can, let me make sure I got the full chat on. Yo. There we go. Looks good. Looking good. I'm doing great, Deepak. Thank you. What's good, guys? Awesome. All right. So, guys, I didn't give myself a, like a full script or like set bullet points that I really wanted to follow in order. But I did jot down some basic questions that I thought, and I put them. Oh, good. You guys can hear me. Awesome. That I put in the thumbnail you might have seen. So just some basic stuff to kind of kick off the conversation. And then we'll just kind of see where it goes, whatever. I can pull up, I could pull up like Xbox, we could play. I could pull up some YouTube, we can watch some stuff. Although I do know we need to be real careful with like copyright during the streams. They're real tight about that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So I figured, we'll just do a couple basic questions. Let me check the chat here and just see how everyone's doing. Oh, you guys are awesome. That's so awesome. I love you guys. Oh, you guys are the best. You guys are the best. Do me a favor, guys. I'm curious. Put a 1 in the chat, like if you're having a really good day, and put a 2 in the chat if your day's not going so good. I'm just kind of curious where everyone's vibe is at today. How are you doing? Is 1, you're doing real good. 2, it's not the best day. And just put it in there and I'll take a look here in a second. We'll talk about it. But some basic questions, right? Sorry, if I seem like I'm rambling too fast, it's just because I'm nervous. Once I settle in a bit, I'll slow down a bit. Oh, I see some 1s and 2s coming in. Oh, a 3. Turn on super chat. I would love to know how to do that. I love seeing all this come in. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Oh, a lot of 2s. You know what? I'm feeling those 2s, man. Oh, look at all the 1s. That makes me happy. I love seeing you guys. That's so cool. Thanks for letting me know. I see a couple 3s. Those are rough days. I know that. No, I appreciate it, guys. Well, for y'all having a good day, thank you for being here and perking up everybody. And if you're not having a great day, hopefully this, we can hang out for a little bit and just take your mind off of stuff. And who knows, maybe it'll, perk your day up a little bit. So thank you guys for being here. Family Man, next episode, I am working on it right now. Yeah, for everybody who tunes in to Family Man, thank you guys so much. What a great series and what a great season we're having. The next one will be up tomorrow, I'm hoping. I'm working on it right now. Could even be tomorrow morning, your time, IST, if I'm very lucky. Oh, what a cool thing in the chat. Tomorrow is my job interview. Give me some advice about body language. So before I dig into some of the big questions, I love that question real quick. I know this, I don't want to get too off on a tangent, but just what a cool question. So body language for me, and I know this is going to come off weird that I'm giving advice now while I look all nervous, but this is, this is my first live stream. So, whatever. I'm a little nervous, but honestly, I'm complimented a lot on the fact that I keep my shoulders back. And I think that's a big thing. Just kind of keep your shoulders back, keep your head up. It portrays confidence without being intimidating or anything. Don't loom over people, but always keep your chin up and kind of your back straight. So I hope that's all I got. I hope that helps. Can I speak or understand Hindi? Nope. Hey, you know what? Reaction on Virat Kohli. Somebody dropped that in the chat, mentioned reaction on Virat Kohli. I would love to do that. I'm thinking about doing that. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna get way off. Let's start with like a basic question that I know a lot of people have, and that's why a reaction channel in general. Let me put my questions on the screen so you can see. Let me put these up here so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so I just put a couple on here, and if you have questions, I'll probably jot them down in the notes here just so I have something to reference. But first of all, why a reaction channel? And then, of course, in addition to that, it's like why Indian content. It kind of goes together, right? So why a reaction channel is pretty simple to describe. First of all, I really like reaction channels. I watch a lot of reaction channels. And I'm always happy to shout out reactors that I like, but they're probably reacting to stuff that's not quite for the same audience that watches me. I know a lot of you guys, guys and girls are younger than me, and that's really cool, right? Like little brothers and sisters, man. It's really, really cool. So I know a lot of y'all are younger than me, and because of that, we're watching newer content, right? Stuff that's come out in the last 5, 10, even 15 years, really. And enjoying that together. A lot of the reaction channels I watch are people who haven't seen movies from the Hollywood movies from the 90s and stuff like that, right? It's stuff that I love. But I love reaction channels, so that made sense. In addition to that, I always wanted to be on TV when I was a kid. Say Marachud. Marachud. Shout out to everybody who loves me saying that. But I grew up thinking that I would be maybe good for television, like in a reading the news kind of scenario, right? When I was a little kid. And then when I went to college, I did journalism, I did mass communication, and thought that maybe it would lead to something in sports writing and eventually on TV. So that plus love reaction channels, long story short, why not give it a shot, right? Let me just check the chat here and just make sure I'm not missing everything. Oh my God, do not compare me to Matt Walsh. All right, cool. All right, thanks for being in the chat, guys. I love reading this stuff. Let me know if my mic settings, every reaction you guys have seen from me, my audio has been a little different because I'm constantly trying to get this right. So don't be afraid to, say like, hey, you're a little too loud or a little too soft. It's all helpful stuff. So, 1 sec. Let me get a drink here. So that's why a reaction channel, but why Indian content, of course, right? Is the next question. How did we all end up here hanging out together? And that's an interesting story. So when I first started a reaction channel, I was not expecting to do Indian content. It just didn't occur to me. The first movie I reacted to was actually Creed, the sequel to the Hollywood Rocky Balboa films. And that was a really important movie to me to react to, and I reacted to it, and it was great and blah, 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 but I screwed up the audio. Back to, we're talking about my fucking audio issues again, aren't we? But I screwed up the audio and the reaction was unusable. And I was so distraught, I almost didn't do it again. I was like, I'm not going to do another reaction. I'm just done with this. It was a bad idea, blah, blah, blah. Well, then a couple of the reactors that I watched did RRR. And I started seeing these thumbnails of people, and I didn't watch any reactions or anything. I didn't get any spoilers at all, but I kept seeing these thumbnails of people looking like they were shocked. And these are people that I follow, who I know what their faces look like, right? Like they don't do in every reaction. So to see, these kind of things, I was like, man, RRR, that's that Bollywood flick, right? Not knowing that it was not Bollywood at the time. I was like, man, I like cricket. I've worked with my Indian friends and colleagues for 10 years. I love Indian culture. That's a good movie, like let's check that out. Watched RRR. It absolutely blew my mind. I mean, and just can't stress enough how much that movie blew my mind. Because I had no idea what I was getting in for. And the response to it was so amazing. And I got so many comments that said, hey, if you liked RRR, which you did, obviously, since you liked RRR so much, you got to watch Bahubali. Well, this is like all of a sudden I've got like 40,000 views on this thing. I'm expecting to get like 200 views, like no bullshit. I'm expecting like, if I get like 500 views, I'm going to be really excited. It's my first video on a channel I've never done. Well, I get 40,000 views on this video. and everyone's like, you got to watch Bahubali. Well, cool, right? Like, you guys can't be wrong. That many people telling me to watch a movie, so we watch Bahubali. Bahubali blows my mind. And once you watch the first one, you got to watch the second one. The second one was even better than the first one. So now I'm like hooked. And people are like, you got to watch Sadar Udam. It's this serious, kind of biopic style, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sounds cool, right? So I check that out. Then we get into KGF. I mean, and by this time, it's an Indian reaction channel. I'm hooked. I'm absolutely hooked. I'm having a blast. It's still, I didn't sit down and go, okay, it's an Indian reaction channel from now on, but this is also new to me. I'm loving everything that you guys are showing me. So this is what it is. This is what we're doing together. And I'm really happy. Like, I feel really blessed that it just so happened that I found Indian content and I found this like treasure trove of great movies and music. Turns out I like musicals, not, musical style movies a lot more than I realized, because I'm such a fan of soundtracks and stuff. So you can get me feeling pumped up or sad or happy, whatever. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let me check the chat, guys. Let me just take a look, see real quick and catch up. Yeah. Oop. I see someone saying stop spamming. Don't spam. I don't see spamming, but just, I'm just checking. Oh, I love you guys. I will make more videos, I promise. What do you think of Indian English accents? Now, after watching so much Indian content, do you think the stereotyping needs to end? What do you think of Indian English accents? Wow, what an interesting question. I think when you're talking about stereotypes, you're talking about maybe in Hollywood, some of the more exaggerated characteristics and tropes associated with Indian characters. And if that's the question, and if it's not, drop it in the chat, kind of let me know, clarify a little bit so I know. But if that's the question, then yeah, absolutely. I think the exposure of, and tangent here a little bit, but like even like my friends and family members, when they find out what I'm doing and it's like, oh, Indian movies, like Bollywood. And I'm like, yeah, like Bollywood, but not like, I don't like even doing that. I'm like, it's not Bollywood. It's Indian language films. One of those industries happens to be in Mumbai. And, so yes, you're familiar with Bollywood, but it's more than that. This isn't some, niche thing. This is a whole entire culture's worth of art and music. And it's just the exposure of the average American to what Indian culture has to offer is very limited. And I think that needs to change. I love the questions about Farzi, Sacred Games. I don't know what we're going to do next yet. I'm going to put it to a poll because there's so many cool options like Azure, Sacred Games, Farzi. There's a Special Ops, right? I'm trying to remember. There's a few. Every Westerner thinks we speak like a poo. You know what's funny is you mentioned that, and the first thing that I thought of was a poo. So yeah, you can see that. Turn on slow mode in the chat. Look at somebody being helpful. I don't know how to do that. Top chat, maybe that's what it is. You know what? So timer on live chat. That's what that is. Why am I so bad at this, guys? Thank you for dealing with me as I get this going, because I will absolutely get better at this. And I'm just checking the chat settings right now, guys. Let's do top chat, I guess. Okay. Sacred Games, blah, blah, blah. No, see, and that's the thing. I'll have to do a poll because there is a lot of disagreement, friendly disagreement about what we should watch next. So yeah, we'll definitely keep that to a poll. So thanks guys. Thank you for all the cool stuff. Arvin, right? Everyone, let's have a laugh about Arvin, right? You know what's funny? And I think so. If you watch the pre-episode chats, you've seen how my relationship with these characters has evolved over 2 seasons. But in case you're not watching all those, I will say in the last video, I mentioned that something is happening with the way they're writing the Family Man. And it's making me more critical of Suchi than of Arvin. Not like I'm not critical of Arvin, because I'm gonna talk shit about Arvin regardless, because I don't think he should be doing what he's doing. But I am feeling increasingly displeased with the way Suchi's character is going. I feel horrible for her. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing, short of the utmost empathy for what Suchi's going through. But I think she's consistently making bad decisions. And that is, something I have to be critical of. 30-second timer, guys. I see you saying that, and I want to do that. 1 second, guys. Let me see where I can put that. Where I can put that setting for us. Where's moderation activity? Oh, that's not it. I can't find the thing. Sorry, guys. I wanted to put on the 30-second timer on chat, and I swear to God, I cannot find where to do that, and I'm very sorry. I feel like a jackass here. Let me pop out the chat and just see if I can find it. Sorry, guys. You have to bear with me. Anything that the reason I didn't schedule this in advance, like a few days in advance, is first of all, I'm nervous. But secondly, this is such a good opportunity for me to get used to the platform and for you guys to get used to interacting with me live. You guys are helping me here big time. So like any advice you have or stuff like where you're like, hey, put on a 30-second timer. Well, my dumbass didn't realize that. I will next time. I'll figure it out. If I can't figure it out right now, I'll Google it and I'll figure it out for next time. Yeah, just check Melind. Am I pronouncing Melind wrong? Is that it? Melind. Oh, here. Oh, this is a good one. I'm reading the chat now. Somebody just said, and this is very interesting. I like it. I find your dislike for Arvin and Suchi perplexing. Now, I would like to know, put a 1 in the chat if you are as critical or more critical of Suchi and Arvin than me. And put a 2 in the chat if you think I am more critical than they deserve. So 1, I'm right on the money. 2, you think I'm a little too harsh on them. I'm kind of curious. What you guys think. Yeah, that'll be fun. Let's see here. Oh, comments in general about my background. Thank you guys so much. That's so cool. This is my office. I worked in IT and business management. Thank you guys for the 1s and the 2s. I'm gonna look at them in just a sec. I worked in business management and IT for like 10 years, a little bit longer. And I was always doing meetings, big meetings and stuff like that, which interestingly enough, I can do with a lot less nerves. This is a lot more nervous, but that's why my background is kind of set up to be, like I can, like it's okay for streaming. Like the rest of my office is a mess, but you don't have to see that right now because I've got this set up. Oh, look at all the 1s. Oh, I love you guys. Ha. There's some good 2s in there. I love the 2s. I love to see all of it. Thank you. I love to see the 1s and the 2s, but I'm glad to see so many 1s because it makes me feel like I am not crazy, which is awesome. So one thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is I see in some, oh man, just great comments, man. I really do. I just love these comments. I would like to do a moderation thing at some point. What's this? Add as moderator. Is that right? Deathslayer, can I do that? Hey, Death Slayer, tell me in the chat if you're willing to do that for me. I think it's okay, but just in case. Anyway, so sorry I got off on a tangent, guys. I'm so bad about this. One thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is the fact that everybody has been asking me for more videos, and that doesn't bother me. This is not a complaint, but it's something that I want to be able to provide you with. I want to be able to, and I'm excited to. I want to give you more videos. What I'm confused about is, with reactions, it takes me a while to edit, of course, right? And you guys know the kind of edits I do. They're not like magnificent or anything, but I do try really hard to keep in as much content as I can. So, it takes a little while to do the edits. And that being said, I would like to be able to provide more content that doesn't take as long to edit. So ideas for that are music reactions, sports reactions, things like history videos. Like I thought about doing, hey, the history of India in 20 minutes. Well, I could use that. I could use that kind of a refresher. I don't know a ton of Indian history. Would you guys like to come on one of those journeys with me? That kind of thing. And then there's, so yeah, like I said, sports, music, history. I could take quizzes. I can just do these type of videos more often, but I don't want to inundate you with content you don't want to see. So I don't want to just be throwing out, just endless videos that you don't want. So, hang on one sec. Let me read some chat here. I'm going to make Death Slayer a moderator. He's going to help us out here. I think everyone's doing a great job. Please keep it up. But I think just to make sure we don't, we just keep everything in, managed pretty well. All right, cool. Why don't I react to American shows? There's a good question. So honestly, first of all, most of the popular American shows that get a lot of views, like Game of Thrones or Sopranos or stuff like that, I've seen those. I love those. Those are some of my favorite things. So, that's mainly the reason. And then as far as new shows go, to be honest with you, I'm more excited for the Indian content I'm watching right now than new shows in Hollywood, than new American shows that are coming out. The only shows that are not Indian shows right now that I am thinking about perhaps making reactions for are Rings of Power. That's a Lord of the Rings show from Amazon, if you're not familiar, and Squid Game Season 2, which is a South Korean drama on Netflix, if you guys aren't familiar. Those are the only ones that I'm thinking about doing. Other than that, I'm excited for Mirzapur Season 3. I'm excited for Family Man Season 3. I'm excited for Sacred Games and Special Ops and Farsi and Azure and all of these stuff. Somebody mentioned Breaking Bad. That's an important one that gets a lot of attention on YouTube that I have not seen. And this is where I'm unpopular. My wife, all my friends, everybody's seen Breaking Bad, right? I'm like the only person left on the planet who hasn't seen Breaking Bad. I don't want to. I know I don't want to, man. Yeah, I just, it doesn't hit me. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of what would be a good show, but like it's PG, right? Does that make sense? Like I like watching shows about drug dealers and gangsters and murderers and blah, blah, blah. But if nobody ever drops an F-bomb, it takes me out of the immersion, right? Like people don't deal meth and never say fuck. Just doesn't happen. Now, am I watching it going, oh my God, I want them to say bad words? No. But like there's a certain cadence of language that comes off as natural. You guys can relate when you're watching in Hindi shows, because I know the way you've told me, especially in Mirzapur, the way the slang hits a little bit different. Ray, you can't quite get it because you don't speak the language. Not in a bad way, but like, man, I've had comments that say like, man, if you understood Hindi, you would really dig the slang and the way it's working. And that's kind of the way Breaking Bad is for me. The slang, the trash talk isn't going to hit the right way. It's going to feel weird. That's my only thing. Let me see here. Just reading the chat, blah, blah, blah. Choose one, Mirzapur or Family Man. Oh, what a question. What a good question. What a good question. Okay, so I would choose each one for different reasons. I could have a really good debate. You know, there's things I like about Mirzapur more. There's things I like about Family Man more. But if you held a gun to my head and said, that's it, pick one, no further questions, pick one and that's it, I would have to say Mirzapur. I would have to say Mirzapur. I am just, there's something about that show that just enthralls me. And yeah, like I said, there's stuff about, there's also stuff about Family Man that I do prefer, and I love Family Man. It's already become one of my top, like, 10, 10, 15, maybe shows of all time, which says a lot. I've seen a lot of shit. So, yeah, love them both. Love them both. Great question. Great question. You guys are awesome. Oh, hey, somebody mentioned 12th fail. I am so sorry, guys. I have not been so dejected as I was with 12th fail. I spent the better part of 2 weeks uploading that thing 50, 60 times trying to get past the copyrights. Finally got it past the copyrights, and then they blocked it like 12 hours later. Not even. I think it was like 3 hours. I can't remember. It was enough that we got about 6,000 views on it, which made me happy that some folks got to watch it. But and what a ripoff, man! I'm so disappointed. I'll have that up. I'll have that up again, maybe in a couple months is what I'm thinking. You guys are so cool, man. Thank you. So back to my point, because I'll keep doing these tangents. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get way off track. I'm going to get, better at this for sure. I promise. But the thing I was thinking is, how to provide you guys with more content. So help me out here. Do this for me. Put, 1 for more music, 2 for sports, 3 for history. And you know what? And put a 4 if you don't like any of those ideas. And that's okay. Like, it's not a bad thing. Put a 4 if you're like, meh, like, nah, not my favorite things. So 1 for music, 2 for sports, 3 for history, 4 for meh. And I'm just kind of curious, man, because I would like to post more, man. I really would. And the history stuff actually gets me kind of excited. I'm a history dude. And you know what I mean by that, right? A lot of you guys will consider yourselves history guys. And that's what I mean. Hey, look there's a lot of 2s and 3s. Let me scroll up here and just kind of keep track. Now, I will say one thing I am noticing, guys. Yeah, I'm noticing really significantly here is there are the ones. Thank you. I see the ones. But I'm seeing more 2s and 3s. I'm seeing more 2s and 3s. And I see a good question that I want to. Yes, dude, I will check my email. Sorry about that. Thank you. I did see a question that says, are you suggesting Indian shows to your friends? I want to tangent onto that real quick because that's a cool question. I am recommending these shows to my friends, actually a lot. I've become that guy in my friend group who, and I try to keep it I try to keep it down because one thing about me, and I think it's why reaction channels work well for me, my friends, family, people that I've been around, they do take my opinion very well because they know I love content. Not like I'm like special or anything, but they know when I get into something, I love it a lot. And that can be infectious, right? It's fun to get really into things. And so everyone knows by now how into this content I am. I tell everyone, you got to watch Bahubali. First, you got to watch RRR. Then, well, actually, I start with Bahubali. I'm like, you got to watch Bahubali, and you got to watch Bahubali 2. So you got to watch 1 and 2. You owe me 4 or 5 hours. All right. And you're going to love me for it. I've had several people watch Bahubali now, and Mirzapur and Family Man. So yeah, that's awesome. So thank you for all the 1s, 2s, and 3s. I will notice I didn't see as many 1s. And that's something I have thought of recently is, and that's why there hasn't been more music reactions. Music reactions are very good, for me for fun. Like I enjoy them and they're very easy to make, but I've thought about this before. It's okay that, if you guys don't resonate with the music reactions as much, and that's kind of what it feels like, to me, is that the music reactions don't resonate as much. And so that's totally cool. I'm glad to have, other ideas. So maybe we'll go with sports. I think I'm going to try a history one. I'm going to try a history one next. There's a couple of good channels I follow for like history summaries. You guys are probably familiar with a couple of them. We'll find some cool videos. Don't be afraid to email me a cool history video if you have one. But I'll find some stuff. Just checking the chat, guys. Just checking the chat. Am I a fan of Virat Kohli? Virat Kohli. I'm so bad about his name. Virat Kohli. Yes, big time. So what happened there is, and it's funny. So about I'm laughing at myself. This is embarrassing. About 30 or 40 pounds ago in my personal health journey, before I got fat and lazy, people used to say I looked like Virat. All my Indian colleagues used to laugh at me because I was such a fan of his. And they were like, "Oh, I see why you're a fan. You look just like him." Now I'm like his fat uncle, right? No, I found cricket because of, excuse me. I found cricket because of these, my Indian colleagues who became friends. You join these meetings for work, right? Any of you guys who have been in IT or starting into those paths, you join meetings, right? And what do you do for the first 5 minutes of the meeting? Well, you wait for other people to join and you sit there and you bullshit. Well, for me, one thing I always like to do as a project manager and a program manager to kind of facilitate the right kind of communication is to take those 5 or 10 minutes and to ask personal questions to people that let them tell me about their day. Could be as simple as what the weather is like there, or what you did last night, or, in the case of a lot of my Indian colleagues, I started looking up Indian news just so I had something to say. And a lot of times that was cricket. So I'd say, "Hey, did you watch the match last night?" or something. "Are you watching the World Cup?" It started during the ODI World Cup. And long story short, I fell in love with cricket. The more I watched it, the more I liked it. And Virat Kohli, like his passion, the guy's fucking passion and competitiveness is infectious to me. So, thank you guys. I will set up memberships. Thank you very much for pointing that out. What can I say? What can I say? Thank you. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I will turn that on, and it's so cool that you guys would bring that up. So thank you very much. When's the next episode coming? The next day, tomorrow, or the next day? Tomorrow, if I'm lucky. So when I get off of here, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend most of the rest of the day editing. Got to go pick up the kids, do some stuff around the house, but I'll spend most of the rest of the day, editing. So, hang on one second here. I keep seeing this one comment that I want to see from Rohan, because I see it. I wanted to recommend a Kannada language I've seen a couple times. SSE, is that Sapta Sagara Dachi Elo? If it is, I listened to the side A song and it was awesome. It is one of the songs that gets in my head. Like to this day, like I'll start singing it if I'm not careful, because I'll start humming the tune. It's such a catchy song. Take off your cap. There you go. Yeah, Sapta Sagar Dachi Elo. I really enjoyed. So I will think about doing a music reaction. Thanks, Vibob. Thanks, Vibob. So I will do that. Do I watch Stranger Things and All of Us Are Dead? I do not watch Stranger Things, but I do watch All of Us Are Dead. Creating an X account. I thought about that, but X is so... I don't know right now. I started an Instagram one, so I'm going to try that out. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go back to the questions that I have listed, and we'll just keep going. How long has it been? I don't want to overstay my welcome. You know what I mean? But I would like to keep going. So let me just check some chat here. Cool. Okay. So next thing, favorite movies so far. You guys will know this already. But just as it's a fun thing to talk about would be, so Bahubali 2 and RRR are like this to me. Who made those drawings? That's my kid. That's my 5-year-old. His name's Christopher. And he loves that you guys point these out. I tell him that my friends who watch my videos see his pictures, and I'll tell him, we need new ones, man. We got to take these down and get some new ones. So he loves that. But yeah, favorite movies, Bahubali 2 and RRR are right like this. I would put Bahubali here, but it's unfair because Bahubali 2 has Bahubali 1 to set it up, and RRR doesn't have it. So that is my only thing. Can I? One sec, guys. You know what? I've had enough people ask me to open like super chat and memberships and whatnot. Let me just look real quick if there's something I can do really fast. Just one sec, guys. Supers. Get started. Here we go. Accept. Yep. This might be as simple as doing this. Super chat. Okay, there you go. I just turned it on. I think it should be good. It's looking. Our Indian OT is not. You know what sucks, man, is I am a big fan of cricket, like I just said, but it's so hard to watch cricket here, man. It sucks, dude. It's I gotta get what's the name of it? I forget the name of the of the streaming service that you use to get Indian content, but I don't have that, unfortunately. I need to get that. So yeah, but then right behind Bahubali and RRR is KGF 2. And I mean, it's like right here. I am more of a fan of KGF 2 than I ever expected. That movie, as far as the movies go, rewatchability, right? The ability to rewatch them and how much fun they are. KGF 2 is like super high up there, man. It's super cool. Dude, Death Slayer Cricket T20 World Cup this year. What would you guys think if I drove down to Florida to watch a cricket match, watch India play, and I brought my camera? What would you think about that? Would that be cool? Is this working? Let me turn on the memberships. I thought it would be cool. Let me let's find out what you guys think. Sorry if the super chat's still not open. I just opened it. It might take a while for it to take effect. Which, if that's the case, it'll be open for next time. And again, thank you guys for recommending, for helping me get this shit in order, man. Really helps. So yeah, KGF 2 is like super high on there. And then, you know, it's this parlays into another subject that I wanted to bring up, which is 3 Idiots. 3 Idiots. Guys, so I loved 3 Idiots. I saw 3 Idiots and I did a reaction to 3 Idiots and I fucked it up. I fucked up the video. I fucked up the recording. I have nothing. So, I don't know what to do. It's hard for me to talk about because it gets me so upset. It really does. Because I loved 3 Idiots, and it was one of those reactions that you guys would have enjoyed. Like, it was so full of laughs and cheers and just tears and everything. Oh, look at this. You guys got the first super chat. Look at this. Pups, thank you so much. And an urban, thank you so much. That's so cool, man. Thank you so much. So Three Idiots is, what do I do? What do I do? Right? So I've got a couple of options. I can rewatch it and do a reaction. You know, sure, I'll cry at the end, like it's beautiful. And what I did after I watched it is I was so upset, I made sure that I would not watch it again until until maybe I decided to do another reaction. Like I was like, I got to purge this from my memory. So it's been about 6 months and I haven't seen it. And, you know, since that first time, and, you know, I'm just wondering if, you know, if doing a rewatch reaction is worth it, right? Does anyone want to watch that? So the next idea, if that doesn't work, is to watch it with my mom. Would anybody like to see? Because my mom, I've told her about it and she hasn't watched it yet. And she even laughingly mentioned it one time. She's like, why don't I be on your channel? And I was like, you know, but you know, it might be fun. I don't know. Anyone want to see my mom watch Three Idiots? It could be fun. Like I'll watch it with her and I'll show it to her and we'll probably both cry and it's just such a beautiful movie. But and then the third option I have kind of off the top of my head for Three Idiots would be for me to do a video essay where I talk about the things I love and then I like maybe put up, you know, some of my favorite scenes. I say, you know, what about I don't know. So anyway, just some things to think about. Let me know, you know, what you guys think. Just an idea. And then, you know what? I've got a question for the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you watch a lot of American/Hollywood type stuff. And put a 2 in the chat if not so much. You mainly stay to Indian content or content that's just outside the US in general. So, 1, you watch a lot of American content. 2, not so much. I'm just kind of curious. Vibe of, man, thank you so much. I love you guys, man. This is so cool. I have heard many times, and you know what? I'm afraid to say it. And Adun. Why does that does not want to come out of my mouth correctly? Andadun. It's a crime thriller, though. That's really cool. That is on my list, and I'll make sure it stays there for our future polls and stuff. So thank you for that. So a lot of 1s in here, a couple of 2s. There's some 2s. So a good mix, but I see a lot of 1s in there, and I'm just, you know, just curious. Because if you guys want to know, I put another, you know, general question for myself to kind of guide the chat, is what some of my favorite Hollywood movies are. And I actually saw in the chat earlier, somebody mentioned Interstellar. I'm just going to throw that out there. That's in like my top 5 or 10. But my favorite movies, I have a couple that are like 1A, 1B, 1C. And that's Braveheart, which came out in 1994 or 95, 94? One of those. Braveheart with Mel Gibson. Rocky, you probably only see like half the poster. Rocky, you know, from 1976 with Sylvester Stallone. And the Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, the first one, which came out in 2000. Those are like my 3 top movies. Just checking the chat. Where am I from in the States? I'm down south. I'm in North Carolina. If you're familiar, let me pull up. So if you're not familiar, blink. So if you're not familiar, I'm down here in North Carolina. If you can see that, I don't know if you can see that. Down here. I've lived in my time in the States. I've lived in California, over here. I've lived in Massachusetts, up here, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and I've driven or been through basically everywhere on the East Coast. Just, whatever. So, yeah, interesting. Thanks for asking. Gangs of, I'm going to mess up the name. Gangs of Wasseypur? That is definitely one that I, well, it's two of them, right? If it's two of them, Gangs of Wasseypur 1 and 2. I definitely want to watch those. So Rohan is mentioning Sapta Sagari Dache Elo again, as the movies, not just the songs, which I figured as much. So, he says, if it doesn't make you cry, I'll change my name. I have a feeling a good love story like that could probably get me. So I definitely have that on the list, and I want it there. I want it. Hopefully it'll make a poll. Oh man, look at you guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. I just don't even know what to say. Hemant is recommending Sacred Games. And it's only 16 episodes. And it's completed. Okay. Have one season for the rest of these and come in future takes. Okay. So that's interesting, Hemant. Thank you for letting me know that. So Hemant is saying that Sacred Games only has 16 episodes and it's a complete series. So you can kind of watch beginning to end. While Farsi, Azure, Special Ops, they have seasons that are still coming out and still in chunks, which is a good point, Hemant. So thank you for that's really cool to know. Rudra, thank you so much. Please consider Firefly and the X-Files. So that's interesting. I saw the X-Files when I was a kid in the 90s. So that one, if that's the one you're talking, are you talking about that one? Now that I just realized it, are you talking about a new one? But anyway, I watched the original X-Files back a million years ago. And Firefly I never watched because I don't know. I love sci-fi so much that there's something about the comedic elements that I think are in Firefly that just rub me wrong. Now I haven't seen it. So, it's not like I can definitively state one way or the other, but I just, I don't know. Earning Mafia, remove my cap. Oh, I need a haircut, guys. I need a haircut. My hair is, getting a little out of control. But yeah, there is hair there. Sarab, shout out. What's up, buddy? Why don't Americans watch stuff from the outside? There's a good question from Silverhall. So obviously I can't speak on, obviously, right? Like, I don't need to tell you, I can't speak on behalf of all Americans. You know that. But in general, if I was speaking in general, I would say that the content saturation here is so heavy that it's not necessarily an aversion to international content. It's that sometimes you've got so much in front of your eyes already, you don't have time or you don't think to look elsewhere, right? You don't think to look overseas and see what they're making over there, because you're just, gosh, there's a Marvel movie every 10 minutes or something, you're just so inundated with content. So, it's something that I would like to see increase. And RRR did an amazing job at bringing Indian language content to American eyes. And then Natu did the same thing for Indian music. I'm hoping that trend will continue. I hope we'll see more of that. How old am I? I am 40. I'm old, guys. Old. Who made the paper art? That is my son. He is 5 years old. His name is Christopher. Get a ponytail. I had a ponytail not too long ago. So yeah, no, I do recommend a lot of Indian content to my friends and my family. My mom has become a fan of Indian content thanks to this. My wife, she watches all of Mirzapur and Family Man with me. She's a huge fan. Yeah. You're all very welcome to call me uncle. Anybody who wants to call me Unk is very welcome to. I know most of y'all are my little bros and sis and nieces and nephews, and I think that's fucking really, really, really cool. So yeah, absolutely. Next episode of Family Man, guys, should come out in the next day or two. I'm just going through chat here, guys. Let me just make sure I'm all caught up here. So much cool stuff. I love you guys so much. What did you used to do for work, and how'd you get into Reaction? Okay, yeah. So let's circle back to that. I'll do that. I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I know folks have been kind of trickling in. And if that's okay, hopefully that won't bother everyone too much. I'll kind of circle back and just talk about that a little bit more. What I used to do for work. So again, I'm an old guy, right? So I've been working since I was like 15. So if you think about how long I've been working, I've done a lot of different work. I've worked in retail and clinical research and restaurants, and I've just worked all over the place. But what I've done the last 10 years in my career, necessarily like my real adult career after college and blah, 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 what I got into was IT, program management. I worked for one of the biggest tech companies in the world for a good 10 years. It was manufacturing, tech manufacturing, and then kind of splintered into business operations, IT, business analytics, blah, blah, blah. Just boring shit. And it was really good work, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for a lot of stuff in my life, and I'm very grateful for the work I did there and the money I made and the friends I made. And a lot of the friends I made, a lot of the colleagues I worked with were from India. We outsourced a lot of work. We call it outsourcing, but we sourced a lot of work out of Bangalore and Hyderabad. And so I met a lot of folks there who introduced me to cricket and and then Indian cinema and just yeah. Yeah. So, Death Slayer just mentioned in the comments there that, again, I want to reiterate with Three Idiots that I did watch it. I loved it. It was about 6 months ago. I don't have the reaction for it, unfortunately. What I would like to do is either rewatch it or maybe watch it with my mom and have her do a reaction to it. And it'll be like my second time, but her first time, me introducing her to it, or do a video essay. So just, feel free to drop in the comments, or you can leave it in the comments on any video. If anything strikes your fancy like that, maybe me watching something with my mom. It's not something I would do very often, but for Three Idiots, it's such a beautiful movie. Yeah. I'm just checking the chat, guys. Sorry, I'm spaced out. I just checked the chat. So about the past work. What about the future? Stay with the reactions only. I don't know yet. So it's very interesting. Right now, I'm still in the market. And I haven't had to go back to the corporate world just yet. And over the last 2 or 3 months, I decided to maybe take a crack at making this something that, along with my wife, who is amazing. My wife is an amazing woman. And she works, between her working. What if I was taking care of the kids and doing a channel full time? Is that something I could do? And over the last couple of months, it seemed like maybe, maybe not. And that's fine. It's not something I'm throwing all my eggs into and assuming that it could work, but if it's something where I can dedicate full-time hours to it so that I can be editing all day and I can react and post videos every day, every 2 days, something like that, fucking cool. When will I visit India? Oh my God, dude, I would love to visit India. The flight time is intimidating. Like, I worked with a lot of Indian dudes in the States who would fly back to India to visit their families. And every time they would be getting ready to do it or they'd be coming back, I couldn't help just picking their brain about how amazingly long the flight was. It scares the hell out of me. Like, you are in a tin can floating in the atmosphere for like 20 fucking hours, man. That is wild. But I would love to. I'm a Spurs fan. Would I like to reconsider? Great question. So it's interesting. you might wonder why I'm a fan of the teams that I'm a fan of. And that would be a good question. So first of all, the Steelers are a family tradition. I was raised in a house. My dad was from Pittsburgh, which is where the Steelers are from, and his dad and blah, blah, blah. It was big time Steelers. So I could either love the Steelers as a kid or I could sleep outside. You know what I mean? So I fell in love with them. And then after my dad died, my dad died when I was 10 years old, after he passed away, loving the Steelers became an extra way for me to hang on to him. And so it's what I do with my kids now too. We all love the Steelers. Then when it comes to Tottenham, we'll talk about Tottenham. So the Spurs, I decided one day it was time for me to get more into European soccer. And this was, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I don't know, something like that. And I didn't know what team in the English Premier League to like. All I knew is I didn't want it couldn't be Manchester United. It couldn't be Liverpool. It couldn't be like these top 3 or 4 teams, right? And I was looking at who's right in that top tier that sometimes makes a run but isn't. And I looked at a lot of them. I looked at like Arsenal and Everton and, just the whole gamut. And I ended up landing on Spurs because of Luka Modric and Rafael van der Vaart and some other cool guys that played for the team. And I'm just insanely loyal. So once I picked them, that was it. Now they could lose every game. I don't care. I'm ride or die, and I'll ride or die. Same thing with Borussia Dortmund. I picked them. I had to have a German team. Didn't want it to be Bayern Munich. I like black and yellow because of Pittsburgh. So bam, Dortmund, perfect. And I've been a fan ever since, and they could lose everything. I don't care. Rudra, thanks for being here. Thank you for mentioning my father there, Niraj. I appreciate that. Spurs and yeah. RCB, man. It's Virat. I wish I said this before too. I wish I was able to watch more cricket live, like more T20. Like if I could watch the IPL live, like I would really like that. And I don't get to. So I kind of catch I catch a little bit of highlights, but even the highlights, man, they're hard to find on YouTube. Like Indian copyright for the IPL is crazy. Like, I don't know. Send me some channels. If you guys know like good channels, YouTube channels for highlights and stuff. Holy shit. Help me out, man. Cause I can't find them. But I wish I could watch more cause I want to follow RCB, more than I do now and follow, Virat. Just checking the chat, guys. Just loving reading the chat. Love you guys. Do I know any Hindi? I do not know any Hindi. I know now that I have watched a lot of Hindi movies and, whatnot. I obviously I don't know any Hindi. I haven't learned Hindi from those movies, but it's interesting. Now I can pick up the difference. Like when I'm watching Family Man, I can pick up the difference between Hindi and Tamil. Like I can tell when they're switching languages just a little bit, right? Not perfect. But and you start picking up a word here and there. Like I almost catch myself saying lekin for butt, I'll say like lekin and shit like that. And Marachud worked into, has like honestly worked into my fucking vocab. It's hilarious. How many kids do I have? I have 2 kids. I have 2 boys, 12 years old and 5 years old. And, just like any father will tell you, they're the whole world to me, right? Just looking at chat, guys. If you could ever watch Test cricket's my favorite, man. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. No. Not sure if you'd like spending. Yes. Test cricket is where it's at. Now, it's not my favorite. My favorite is ODI. Because it's like right in between a T20 and a test match. I love like a nice tight ODI match. Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for the World Cup. Would you guys like if I brought a camera? Would that be cool? Like if I went to New York or Florida and saw one of those cricket matches and brought a camera and was like, hey, what's up? I'm at the thing, like I don't know how to do that. I've never done like a vlog, but I can get a stick to put the camera on and hold it out and say like, hey, what's up? Could be cool. Could be cool. Yeah, see, the highlights are available on streaming platforms, Geo Cinema or Hotstar. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I like. Thanks for saying yes. That's really cool. Um, do my kids play soccer? Yes, they do. My oldest is deciding he wants to run instead. He wants to do cross country. I'm not going to fight him on it. Soccer is my thing. I played soccer for 15 years when I was significantly in better shape, obviously. And yeah, so I like my kids playing soccer, but they, they have minds of their own. And the oldest is going to get into cross country right now. I love you guys, man. This is so fucking cool. Oh, I should give y'all the intro one time. What's up, y'all? My name is Ray. If you're here for the first time, welcome. See, I can go right into that shit. I'm so nervous that I don't script full intros, but I have to script those first like 30 seconds because it just it gets me going. Hey guys, thank you for being here. Those who've mentioned it, it's been about an hour. I can do this for, like, you can get me rambling all day, man. But I don't want to overstay my welcome. Rohan, I do see you. I will definitely take a look at maybe doing a full album reaction. That would be really cool. Shubham, I have done 12th fail, and I am so sorry that I can't share that with you. Oh, here, you know what? I have a question for folks. 1 second here. Let me just take a look-see. Okay. I have a question for you guys. Would you be interested in seeing the full-length reaction to 12th fail? Like, some of you might remember I did... I think it was Mirzapur season 7, maybe, or season 7, episode 7, where I put up the full length reaction. You can't see the video screen, right? Like, I actually, let me pull it up for you. I can pull it up for you and show you what I'm talking about instead of just, where is it? Well, I'm pulling it up right now, and I'll just show you what I'm talking about real quick and see if you guys would be interested. Because if you are, I'm happy to provide it. Okay, so this is me. I'm down in the corner. But would you be interested in watching this style of reaction for 12th fail? Because I can't get the damn copyright to pass. Would you like me to put this up for free for everybody? It's on Patreon. This is where folks watch on Patreon. But basically what you do with these type of reactions is, I'll show you, there's a little countdown. See, there you go. So there's a little countdown. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the movie pops up and you hit play on your copy, right? Bang, you hit play. And we watch it together. So if that's something that you guys think is worth putting up, I will. Yeah, see, I see some no's. I thank you guys for being here. The few of you, I see a couple people saying goodbye. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I see some yeses and some no's. Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm kind of in the same way. Like, yeah, I might put it up so that folks can enjoy it if they want and still look to put up the YouTube version as soon as I can, maybe in a couple months when the stuff dies down. Yeah, I'll think about it some more. Does Patreon have a copyright system? So as far as I know, they have their own, but I use YouTube's. So somebody just asked what Patreon's copyright system is like. When I still upload to Patreon, I still go through YouTube to actually host the video. So yeah. Awesome. Yeah, dude. So 12th fail was the first copyright strike that we've had. Now, I don't know, if you don't upload YouTube videos, there's no reason you would have to know this, but each video that goes up goes through a little copyright check. They can be pretty lengthy depending on the length of your video and the content and the blah, blah, but they go through individual copyright checks and they can get blocked, which is fine. You get it blocked. It doesn't do anything bad to your channel. But if you make a video public, it's already passed the copyright checks. Everything went good. And then a studio decides to block it, then you're in fucking trouble. And that's what happened with 12th Fail. I got past all the automated, AI stuff. And then it's still, it was like a few hours after I posted it, the studio took it down. Hotstar, I think it was the studio. They took it down and just sucks, man. So I'm not going to put up 12th Fail for at least another couple months. And when I do, man, you see what these other channels do. And I'm not hating on anything anyone else does as far as like, they got to do what they got to do, man, put out what you can. But for me, I don't want to put up like 5 videos. I don't want to do part 1 of 5, 2 of 5, 3 of 5. And it's like, I get them all down to 20 minutes and I don't want to. I mean, I would, I think if you guys like it, but I just don't love it, man. Yeah. Ooh, there's a fun idea. So, Madurima, whose name I just butchered. Madurima. You poor thing. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but a vlog of eating in an Indian restaurant near you. I've thought about that, to be honest, because I have a couple of Indian restaurants in the area and I do like Indian food, but I'm not that adventurous. I get like the same things every time I go. So trying new foods. I always thought like Indian snacks. Like, what kind of snacks do you like, man? I would go to an Indian store in the area. So where I live, by the way, is about 30 minutes from RTP, which is Research Triangle Park, which is an area of North Carolina that has a ton of tech companies. And we have a huge Indian immigrant population there, which is awesome because there's lots of Indian food and there's lots of Indian stores. And so if I need to go buy some like cool Indian stuff in an Indian store, like that's actually imported, I can do that. And that would be kind of fun. I've seen a couple people, mention different ways to also Shubham mentioned that some folks mirror the video when they're trying to get past copyright. So you'll notice that I use a few different tricks and everyone does, right? If you watch reaction channels, you'll see sometimes you mirror the video, sometimes you crop the video, sometimes you make it transparent, blah, 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 blah. For me, I like doing the cutting if I have to rather than the transparent, but I haven't tried mirroring. So that's a good one. I might, I might try that actually. Yeah. See, yeah. Some people just, Death Slayer helping me out there talking about scrap the idea of 12th Fail. I feel that, man. The T20 World Cup. So yeah, like I said, very excited about that. The closest match I think is New York. For me, that's about an 8-hour drive. 8 hours, I think, right about. Florida is about 10, 11 hours. I could do either. The Florida drive is actually a little bit easier. So I might do that. But I've thought about it. I might go to one of these matches. I forget who they're playing. Let me look. Let's look at it together real quick. Let's take a look at this together. Let's take a look at who's playing where. When does India play? Ooh, India plays Ireland in New York. And, ooh, I'd like to see India-Pakistan. Ooh, what do you guys think? What do you guys think, man? India-Pakistan. Whoa, that'd be cool, man. What else? Who else do they play? India, USA, of course. And India, Canada. Oh, that's in Florida. That could be cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. That India versus Pakistan game looks very, very, very tempting. I would be very tempted to check that out. Yeah, right. Yeah, mother of all matches. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's awesome. That would be very cool. You know what? I might do that. When is that? June 9th. I can set that up. June 9th. It's in New York. So drive up to New York, Nassau County International. I could do that. I'll keep you guys posted. I will definitely keep you guys posted. That would be very cool. That would be a lot of fun. So yeah. So guys, I will I don't want to wrap it up just yet. I don't want to overstay my welcome. What else? What other kind of questions do you guys have? What am I doing right now? So like I said, I was doing IT and program management for 10 years and I got laid off late last year. Just due to some, you know how layoffs work, man. It just is what it is. And there's a long story involved in that, but the end of the day is I got laid off, and that's the way it is. So right now, my wife is bringing in most of the income. I bring in a little bit from YouTube, and I'm taking care of the kids. But right now, I'm unemployed, and this is the last 2 or 3 months. I decided, because I've been looking for jobs, and it's been such a fucking pain in the ass, man. And I noticed that I started making a little bit of money off of YouTube, just a little. But it was like, hey, wait a second. If I make a little, maybe I can make a little more, and not that I want to turn this into some kind of grift, but if there's a market for the content that I make and I can make more of it, shit, this would be a dream come true. Could I do this? Could I enjoy content for a living? Could I watch stuff with you guys and edit videos and put out cool stuff like that? Could I do that? I mean, that's amazing. And like I said, my wife, she has her career. She's got a full-time career, and doing this kind of thing allows me to drop the kids off at school, pick up the kids from school, take them to practice, hang out with them extra. It's, yeah. Yeah. And you know what, guys, as a matter of fact, I will definitely put a schedule up for the next live stream. I wanted this to be the first one. I wanted it to be not small, but hey, if you're online, hop in, say hey. And if you miss it, it's not the end of the world, because we're just chatting, man. And this was to help me get accustomed to this. So the next live stream, we'll definitely have some more notice ahead, and I will have stuff like the super chat working and stuff like that. Yeah, I will do more live streams. I wonder. Yeah. So put a 1 in the chat if you like, and it's okay. Don't do this just to make me feel good or anything like that. Please, your guys' feedback means a great deal to me. So put a 1 in the chat if you like this kind of thing. Hey, Ray, do more live streams. Do a live stream once a week or something like that. Or 2, if and it's okay. Like I said, if it's just not quite your thing, don't go to. I'd rather you stick to just reactions and maybe some different kinds of reactions, but not necessarily the live stream. Just let me know what you guys think. I have not watched Lion, Skyward. I have not watched that. Yeah, why are my super chats only on? So stupid. What is that? Sorry, guys. I'm just checking real quick here. Yeah, I don't know. It says I'll have to double check, guys. I'll double check all the settings. Oh, look at all these ones. Oh, you guys. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I would like to do something a little bit more a little bit more regular, maybe once every, bi-weekly or something, maybe like that, we get together. What Oh, yeah, there's another question I would like to ask you guys. One in the chat, if you're a gamer, you play games and you watch gaming content and blah, blah, blah. You're a gamer. Two, if games aren't your thing. Just curious. Just curious what you guys think. Because I'm a gamer, but I've never done like gaming streams. I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in, like me sitting here talking while we're playing something. Like I can play stuff. I'm a gamer. Like I'm a hardcore gamer. So yeah, some good ones and twos in there. Yeah, some good ones and some good twos. So yeah, that's cool. It's about 50-50 I'm seeing. That's yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, I've got like I could pull up my Xbox. Could play Xbox sometime. Something like that. I've been playing Tekken lately. Tekken 8 since it just came out. So yeah, I play Tekken. I play FIFA or FC 24 now, whatever. And over the years, I've played a tremendous amount of MMOs and RPGs. So, and I love RTSs, real-time strategy games like StarCraft, Warcraft, Age of Empires, those kind of things. Total War. I love those kind of games. So yeah, that kind of stuff. Hey, really cool, man. Thank you guys for the ones and the twos. Very cool. I might do that too. I'll set those up separately, like a gaming stream. And you know what? I was thinking about making a separate channel just for games, so that I don't want to clog the channel with stuff that you guys don't want to see, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I might make a different channel called WhatSayRay Play. Right? I don't know. WhatSayRay Play and just let you guys get there. Manish. Gosh, dude, you'd think over the years working with so many Indian friends and colleagues that I would be better at pronouncing names, but Manish has asked about music a couple times, and I do want to do more music reactions. It concerns me that they're not as popular, and I just don't want to. I don't want to clog. I don't want to put content in front of you that you don't want to see, so that you start kind of rolling your eyes when you see me post something. That's all. But I do want to do some more. You know what? Many people don't relate to Xbox gaming. You know what? I'm actually glad you mentioned that. Rudd Gullit. Yeah, it mentioned that not a lot of folks on here might relate to Xbox games and might relate to mobile games more. That's very interesting and a really good point. And I had thought about that, and I forgot to mention it. But yeah, I typically game on Xbox, so it might be a little different. Although since Xbox is Microsoft and Microsoft kind of has some Android, so maybe there's some crossover there where there's some games we would still share. So that's my Tekken ID. I believe is WhatSayRay Play. Check that out. Tekken ID WhatSayRay Play. Check that out. See if that's right. Yeah, shoot me a thing. I'm pretty good. I'm not great. I'm pretty good though. I'm pretty good at Tekken. Yeah, I'm not bad. Jayesh was just asking what's on my watch list after Family Man. And you know what? I'm terrified to say that I don't know which show it'll be yet. Now, as far as movies go, I have two that are like knocking on my door really bad. And that is Bajrangi Bhaijaan. I want to watch this movie. Like, I'm ready to watch it. I've been ready to watch it. I want to watch it. I should have watched it instead of 12th Fail, but I thought 12th Fail would be really cool for the channel. And that ended up shooting myself in the foot. It would have been good for the channel. Great movie. So I'm glad I watched the movie, but with the copyright stuff, it just sucks. So I want to watch Bajrangi Bhaijaan, and then Salar is right after that. So as far as the series go, yeah, it's Sacred Games or Azure or Special Ops, or Farsi. Bajrangi Bhaijaan. Yeah, see, yeah. Now, oh man, it's so tough to see because I see a lot of Azure comments, but then I've also seen several people be pretty staunchly against it. What's the other one too? Panchat? Damn, I'm forgetting it. Yeah, see, not Azure. Love you guys. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thumbnail plays important role. Yeah, you know what? That's really good. And yeah, and Dadoon is on my list. You guys are awesome, man. In one of your reactions, you said you were in IT. So I got laid off, and I'll be honest, man. It's and it's a weird thing to be honest about. This is a weird kind of thing, but I feel comfortable with you guys. Like I really do. I feel good talking to you guys. I love the comments. Like the comments are what does it, right? You guys have left comments over these months that have made me feel comfortable, in this community, which is really special because I'm not, I'm not that social, right? Like I'm not that much of a sharer, but here you go. So yeah, no, I got laid off, last year. And to be honest, my heart was no longer in it. I had moved into a role for the previous 2 years where I was doing more program management than anything else. And something about, I swear to God, dude, and I'm good at it. Like not like pat myself on the back good, but I'm good at project management, program management, business relationship management, that kind of thing. That's I'm good at it, but my heart was not there anymore. I had become so disillusioned with slide deck talk and corporate speak and just the daily grind of program management. I just, bleh. I was just done with it, man. Somebody was just asking if I watched Game of Thrones. So let me tell you something. Game of Thrones is an interesting story. That's funny. Game of Thrones is an interesting story. Game of Thrones is almost like an hour-long discussion in and of itself. I could absolutely rant about Game of Thrones for the next hour. Easily. It's hard to even summarize my thoughts into something short because I get so mad when I think about Game of Thrones that like, boy. I loved Game of Thrones for 4 seasons. And when I say loved it, I used to write a blog every week after every episode and send it to everybody at work, and everybody was subscribing to this thing where I would talk about all my theories, everything that happened, just like I do in the pre-episode chats, right? And people like fell in love with it, and I was having a blast. And then they just season 5, 6, and they broke. It broke my heart in a way like I said after Game of Thrones, I was like, I'll never love again. Not a show, not the same way. I will never, ever, ever let myself get that attached to a show again because it was so well written and so well executed. And I was so on the hook for every single episode. And then it's like they stabbed it in my back, dude. they absolutely just, No. I will take no comments to the contrary about any of the final seasons being good. No, and and obviously I'm joking. I hope everybody enjoyed what they enjoy. There's no right or wrong way to enjoy it. But for me, the final 4 seasons just absolutely destroyed me. I did not like them at all. Now to be fair, are there scenes from the final 4 seasons that were awesome? Fuck yeah, dude. fuck yeah. Like the actors didn't stop showing up, right? And the special effects crew didn't stop showing up. And these people who dedicated their lives to making good television, they didn't stop doing their jobs. The writers stopped writing good television. But some of the scenes, you know, like Battle of the Bastards? What season was that? Was that 6? I don't know, it was fucking awesome, right? Like a lot of cool stuff. So there was some cool stuff. Did I watch House of the Dragon? Fuck no. The audacity of these people to put a prequel show in front of me after what they did to Game of Thrones pissed me off so bad that I was like, I'm not watching that. There's no fucking way. You want me to care about what happened to the Targaryen family 300 years ago when I know that it all culminates in some whiny 16-year-old going on a genocide spree with her stupid dragon and getting stabbed? No. I want none of it. But I got friends who watch and they say it's good. So that's, like, I again, there's no wrong way to enjoy things. So if you're enjoying House of the Dragon, good for you. Cause like I said, I got friends who enjoy it too, but no. Nope. No House of the Dragon for me. Do I understand the rules of cricket? Show us the, let me get the, yep. Because dude, I'm telling you, I could talk Game of Thrones all day. Somebody mentioned, So check this out. I got this very recently. How cool is that? Virat Kohli. My mom got that for me. She saw it on my wish list. And yep. Awesome. Yeah, I do understand the rules of cricket. I do watch cricket when I can. Although, like I said, it's not easy to watch here. So I try to keep up with it. I found Royal Challengers Bangalore for 2 reasons. 1, Virat Kohli, most importantly. And 2, most of my friends who I worked with that were from India were from Bangalore. And so I just ended up like, I wanted to root for who they were rooting for, right? Like I was like, let's root together, cool. So yeah. Have I seen Arrival? I have not seen Arrival. Interstellar is one of my favorite movies though. King Kohli, hell yeah, man. It's my boy. Like his passion for the game and his competitiveness are so infectious to me. Like that's my type of shit, man. Like guys who compete like that, I love it. Oh, Virat just became dad to a second child. That's so cool. Best Indian movie? Fuck, man. So I can't say best out of the ones I've watched, but I could say my favorite, and that is Bahubali 2, RRR, and I mean they're like tied, and then KGF 2. Siddhar Udam is up there, but that's a very different vibe, right? Siddhar Udam almost gets like goes on a separate tab. Same with Three Idiots, really. Like I kind of put, it's a drama, but it's a comedy, and it kind of goes in a separate thing. So, but yeah, probably Bahubali 2 is my favorite. Shawshank Redemption, hell yeah. One of my favorite. Dangal, God, dude. Oh. How can I forget to mention Dangal? Dangal is one of the best movies, period, that I've ever seen. God. Gosh, I almost, oof. You know what, Manish? I might do the history one next. I might do a reaction to, cause I want to, these are videos I was going to watch anyway. Like I put them in my watch later list, and I was going through it one day, getting ready to just watch shit. Cause I have like thousands of videos in my watch later lists. And I was like, you know what? Maybe some of the guys would want to go on this journey with me while I learn some cool Indian history stuff. So I think I will do that. No, but please say Marachuda. Dangle was incredible. What am I planning on watching next? We're not sure. We're going to have a poll, but it's going to be one of those main shows that keeps coming up, like Sacred Games or Azure or Special Ops or Farzi or Penchat. I'm going to keep ruining it. I never saw Godfather. I saw all the gangster movies except Godfather, oddly enough, like, you know, Goodfellas and A Bronx Tale and all those. Yeah. What about The Dark Knight? Yeah, of course. I've seen most big Hollywood movies. There's only a few that I haven't seen. Oh, somebody said they recently saw my Deepak. Thanks, man. Recently saw my Eager reaction. If you haven't seen the Eager reaction, check it out, man. It's pretty cool. How difficult is it for you to watch a random video without thinking, oh, I should be doing a reaction to this? Boy, I tell you what, starting a reaction channel really does change the way you think. But it doesn't bother me. It's just something I do say that I will think about now. When I watch something new, I think about, oh, cool, would this be something good for the channel? And that's kind of, I mean, that's why I brought it up today. That's exactly what happened with the Indian history movies. I was just going to watch those because I like that kind of shit. So, so if you guys want to watch it with me and like, I'll give you my thoughts on history. I minored in history in college, nothing special, right? But I did that as my minor. It was mainly American history, but I did some Middle East, North Africa, Europe, basically all over the world except South Asia and Asia, so learning more about Indian history to me, coming in as somebody who's not, I wouldn't say I'm well-educated historian or anything, but as kind of a history guy coming into a brand new sphere of history that I don't know. I don't know Indian history, except for like the very basic high points like Gandhi and British imperialism, shit like that. Coming in to something totally new is like exciting, man. I would really like to see that. Just looking at the chat here, guys. Have I seen The Matrix? Absolutely. I saw The Matrix, the original Matrix, in theaters like 7 or 8 times. Like no joke. Me and my friends went to see that movie again and again and again. And you got to remember, this is like the year 2000, right? This is before you had a million different content, a million different outlets for content. So yeah, we saw that movie like a bunch of times, man. Love that. Didn't love the sequels, but I did like them well enough. Top 3 favorite YouTubers. That would be too hard for me to name. I do have favorite reactors, but I watch a lot of commentary YouTube as well. So it would be hard for me to name. It would be hard for me to name my favorites because I do watch a lot. Oh, you know what? Death Slayer just pointed out something very important, and I did think about this, and I forgot to bring it up, and it might be worth mentioning here. Getting into history could get toxic, and that's a very good point because history and politics go hand in hand. Of course, that's history, right? That's the way it goes. So that is something that I will keep in mind. And it is something that I think we should all keep in mind. But I like what I've seen out of the community so far because we've watched things that could get really heated in the comments, right? We've watched stuff that brings those kind of comments out. We're watching a show right now about counterterrorism in India and Tamil rebels. And before that, it was Muslim terrorists, and Sadar Udam was about British imperialism. We've watched hotly contested topics, and so I'm confident we could do it. But you're absolutely right that that's something we are very, very much going to have to keep an eye on. Yeah, see, USA next election. I'll keep that to myself. Cause that's a whole nother thing. Do I know Yeah. What's that guy's name? Hemet just asked, and I don't know is that how you pronounce his name? JB Coy. I know the guy. I know who you're talking about. He does Cinedesi, right? And like a half dozen other channels. Very cool. I've not watched much of theirs, and I'll be honest. Nope. No. Everybody, no U.S. politics. We'll not to get on it too hard, but I don't want to do U.S. politics. I'm more happy to do Indian politics where I'm not already coming in with like, So yeah, let's keep that. Yeah, don't watch. Yeah, see, I'm gonna stay away from politics, but I think history. I think we can do history. I think, and if it doesn't go well, then then that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, see, that's the one I was thinking of. Panchayat, which I'm probably mispronouncing that, but Panchayat sounds very interesting because a few people have mentioned it being about, and it just said, Harsh Vijay just said, grounded reality of Indian village life, which is something that I've heard is like it's really deals with like small Indian villages, which would be fascinating. It's very different from anything, that we've done before. So yeah, JB Coy, what do you guys think of him? Yeah, I wanted to be president when I was a kid. I always thought I would go into politics, but to be honest, I got into too much trouble as a kid. Like I wanted to get into politics, but like in my teen years, like 15, not even 15, like 13 to 20, I was a complete just pain in the ass. I did all kinds of bad shit. So there's too many skeletons in my closet to be a politician. Yeah, no, this JB guy, JB Coy, the guy who does all the Cinedesi content. I like him. I like those guys. I will be honest though, most of the reaction channels I've seen to Indian content, this just for Indian content, because I look at not that they're my competitors, but you look at your what's the word I'm looking for? Contemporaries, other people just doing what you're doing. There's not that many that I've resonated with, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying that to bring anyone down, because there's a ton of reactors out there doing tons of different stuff, and some you resonate with and some you don't, and that's fine. Plenty of people watch me and don't like me, and it's normal. Like, that's cool. To be honest, I haven't seen that many I liked. That's why I recommended you guys to that channel, Let's Watch TV. I like that cat. He's pretty cool, man. He's a cool dude. But no, JB. He seems cool, man. He seems like a cool guy. Oh yeah, JB Coy changed his name to Cinedesi. Yeah. What's up? How old am I? I am 40 long years old. Manoj? What? Does the actor who plays Manoj, is he in Gangs of Wasseypur? Is the guy who plays Bablu and Manoj? Yes, I saw the fake family who reacts to Indian content. I I know who you're talking about, and I feel bad saying that because look, like I shouldn't say that. I already feel bad for saying it because I don't want to pass judgment on what anyone else does for their content and how they do their stuff, right? Everyone just do your own thing. I'm not trying to hate on anybody's shit. But for me, there is a certain authenticity I need in reactors. Like I would rather watch someone who I personally feel like some kind of connection with, like, oh, I would hang out with this person, or, oh, I want to show this person something, right? Rather than just a hardcore reaction, right? I'm not looking for every time. I'd rather you actually like what you're doing. And then when you do go, it really means something. But if you go to every fucking thing that happens on every fucking show and every fucking, it doesn't mean anything to me. So, yeah. You guys are awesome. Oh, you know what? So I'm looking at Death Slayer just mentioned in the comments. JB and all these guys were very genuine before, but that since their subscriber count grew, started to censor himself a lot, which is also a great a great point, because I have wondered how that changes you, and I hope it won't change me if I get big. Wow, Russell, thank you so much, man. That's really cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Good looking out, buddy. Plan an India trip. I'm so scared of the flight, man. I'm so scared of the flight. Oh, the lead actor who plays Srikanth and Family Man is in Gangs of Wasseypur too, and Colleen is in there. What? Okay. All right. That's, you got me. You got my interest peaked. You got my interest very, very much peaked. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty cool. Oh man, that's awesome. I would definitely like to do that, guys. Somebody just asked. Yeah, Gangs of Wasseypur. Oh, I missed it. Somebody was just asking something. But yeah, yep. You're actually no, man. Yeah, I could say that my digestive system was probably not prepared for a full like 2 weeks in India, but I like Indian food. That being said, I would love to try more Indian food, because I am very much a white bread American Indian food eater, which means I've had like 3 dishes that I like and I keep it at there. Like, what do I normally get? I get the tikka masala and the lamb or chicken, and it's very good. But yeah, there's so much there's so much to try. I would love to try like Indian snacks. Thought about going to an Indian snack store, getting some snacks, and just maybe on the next live stream, I'm eating a couple and letting you guys know what I think, you know? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So many people are in Gangs of Wasseypur. Oh, thanks, Ranger. Appreciate it. Yeah, Gangs of Wasseypur, man. I didn't realize there were so many good actors in there. But I do see, who just mentioned it? Manish just mentioned it, and I agree. It might be time to take a little, not a break, but I want to mix it up on the channel a little bit. You guys can tell what resonates with me. I love this stuff, the crime stuff, the violent stuff. That's my shit. But I also love Siddhar Udam and Three Idiots and Dangle and stuff like that. And so I want to make sure that, you know, those of us in the community who resonate more with the dramas and the comedies, they're also represented here and have a good time, and I'm not inundating them with only violent content, and so I think that's why I think Bajrangi Bhaijaan is probably near the top of my list for stuff we'll do next, and then as far as the next show, we'll put that to a poll. Yeah, IG handle, let me put that in there. IG handle is WhatSayRay. Thanks for asking. Yeah, there's my Instagram name if you want to check that out. I don't post there much. I'm gonna try to post more. I'm just I don't know, man. I'm totally new to this. You guys can tell. Obviously, I'm old enough that I grew up pre-internet, right? And the only reason I say that is because folks in my generation didn't develop the same level of comfort that like Gen Z did with being on camera and kind of interacting social media wise. So I'm trying to get better at it. I had to get off Twitter years ago because let me tell you, if you think I get heated about, I get heated about politics and stuff, and you can't be on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck without talking politics. And I just after once I started to get my account up into like the thousands of followers, and I started getting retweeted by like higher up political commentators, and that triggered getting tons of messages and hate mail and crazy comments. Like I eventually burnt out to the point where I was like, this isn't good for my mental health. And I had to really take a break. And so that's why I don't go back to it, honestly. Yeah, my hate for Arvind is real. It's because Arvind, and people have pointed out to me before, like, hey, Arvind's a cool guy, or he's a great actor and stuff. And he is a great actor. I love the fact that a couple people have pointed out he did the dubbing for the Hindi version of Bahubali. Very cool. No, and I like him as an actor. I think he's a phenomenal actor. And so I don't like him, the character, because he knows he's charming. Like, Arvin is no fool. He knows he's a charming, good-looking guy. Why are you around this married woman so much? Why are you acting that way? It's beyond friendly work stuff. I have tons of friends, at work who I was able to interact with who are married, and we became good friends and stuff. There's a difference. There's a little bit of a behavioral line that you don't cross, where you're actively flirting and stuff like that. And that's what he does. And so I don't forgive him. I don't forgive him. Oh man, you know what I thought about when I didn't know if I should wait until it would be a little bigger, but I did think about getting like a PO box so you guys could send me stuff, like just like if you wanted to send me your favorite snack, like, hey, try this. Like, it seems presumptuous to even share something like that. Like, who would want to send me anything? But since you mentioned it, yes, I have thought about it. I'm just looking at chat, guys. Bear with me. Talk about Tumbad. Wow, what a Tumbad. What an experience of a movie. What an experience. What an experience. He, boy. Tumbad was like, I'm struggling to even define it, because it's a horror movie, but it's like a eerie supernatural horror film. Basically, I loved the movie, but it reminds me of an experience rather than like just something I watched. It was like something I like. It was like an experience I actually went through. There was something about the eerie sound design. It was so quiet at times, but then like the quietness made you notice all the little sounds they were putting into it, and all the little camera tricks they were using to make shit seem eerier. And of course, you love the message that greed corrupts and all that stuff. But really, the performances, there was so much quiet in that movie, and the way the main character was written was really fascinating, because they didn't make him a good guy, You're more of a thriller than pure horror. Yeah. Hey, hang on one sec here. I'm looking at the chat, and Undivulged says, could we watch YouTube videos like now on live stream? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to wrap it up in probably about 30 minutes is what I'm thinking. Do you guys want to watch something? I don't know what we can watch. Guys. I do love Tumbad, though. And you're right. It's the actual horror in Tumbad are the humans, not Haster. Man, that's awesome. That's right. Let me think here. What am I doing? Let's pull up YouTube. Let's see. What's on my watch later list? Oh, one of my favorite reactors right now is watching Three Idiots. Oh, it's premiering right now, so you guys might leave me to go watch her, but she's awesome. She's awesome. You should have to, if you decide to hang out with me, you should check this out next time. You should check this out after you're done watching me. Is Three Idiots she's watching. She's really cool. But I did have a playlist here. I think I've gone through all these. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about watching some Bahubali stuff that I never rewatched. My favorite song. I don't know if you guys watch or not watch. I don't know if you guys listen to soundtrack songs as much as I do, but the Bahubali soundtrack became like one of my most played things. Oh, side note, you guys will get a real kick out of this. My son, the 5-year-old, the one who does the art, one of his favorite songs is Salam Rocky Bhai from KGF 2 soundtrack. He loves that because he had a little pet rock, he drew eyes and stuff, and he called him Rocky. And then he overheard this song because I was playing it because I fucking love KGF. And I was playing the song, and he heard it and he was like, what? Salam Rocky Bhai, like my Rocky? And I was like, well, it's a different Rocky. But he started listening to it. Now we listen to it on the way to school. It's great. What is Monkey Man? Monkey Man? Somebody just mentioned Monkey Man trailer. What is that? 15 million views. Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele? Is that him? Is that what I'm talking about? This one, Monkey Man? Let me know if that's the right one there. Oh, hold on, you probably can't see it. Let me know if that's the right one, Monkey Man. Solar. I'm so ready for Solar, man. That's like like I said, I want to watch Bajrangi Bhaijaan, but Solar is like right there. I want to watch Solar so bad. Okay, yeah, this is the one, huh? All right. Yeah, fuck it. Let's check it out. Cool. What do you guys think? You guys want to check it out? Let's give it a shot. Let me make sure the audio is on. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
When I was a boy, my mother used to tell me a story of a demon king and his army. They brought fire and terror to the land. Until they faced the protector.
I'm going to rewind it just a minute because I was checking chat and I missed something.
My mother used to tell me a story of a demon king and his army. They brought fire and terror to the land.
No audio? Sorry. No, that's what I was trying to. Let me start it over. I want to make sure you guys can hear it, man.
Close your eyes, and you will find yourself.
Once we get the audio right, I'll be able to have it set.
My mother used to tell me a story.
Demon King, right? Yep, here we go.
They brought fire and terror to the land. Until they faced the protector of the people, the white monkey.
What is this?
You are a beast.
Are we fighting in a ring?
The rich don't see us as people. Give me the job no one wants to do. I'll do it.
Anyone who forgets their place, it doesn't turn out well for them.
This is not the place to work if you can't handle that sort of stuff.
Turning it up a little.
Every day, I've prayed for a way to protect the weak.
I've got an answer to every prayer. I call her Nikki. Minaj, big bumper, nice headlights. Let's boogie.
Alright. Alright. Oh. 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 I needed that. That was good.
You need to fight for your mother, for all of us.
What kind of fight? Oh, shit.
Quietly, soul, my son.
Don't call me son.
It's time to remember who you are.
Woo! Oh, shit. What kind of fighting is that?
Just one small ember can burn down everything.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight?
Fuck yeah. Damn. Woo! Woo! Well, all right. April 5th, huh? Fuck yeah. Damn. That's dope, dude. That is dope. That was very cool. Good call. Good call. That was yeah, I like that shit. So who you said Dev Patel should not be an action hero? Is that the main guy? Is that who it is? Andadoon, huh? Andadoon. Is this the one? I'll check it out. I'll check out Andadoon. Let me know what you guys think. We can watch one more. Be down for that. Yeah, that's a few people who said Andadoon now. Yeah, if you guys are down, I'll check it out. Very cool. Thank you guys for being here, man. This is very cool. I have not watched Dune yet, Pratim. I have not watched Dune yet. I love the general premise. I'm vaguely familiar with just because Dune has been such a popular piece of pop culture for so long. But no, I haven't watched the new ones yet or anything. All right, let's check this guy out then. All right, Andadoon trailer from 5 years ago, 27 million views.
अंधा होने की प्रॉब्लम्स तो सबको पता है। फायदा मैं बताता हूँ।
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh shit. Your piece was fantastic. I loved it.
आज जरूर पूरा करूँगा।
कुछ चीजें अधूरी होने की वजह से ही तो पूरी होती है.
I think just
See you.
froze.
And I'll see you.
यार
कहते हैं crab meat is an aphrodisiac. Spelling मत पूछना. मतलब चाहिए तो बता सकती हूँ.
Wow. What a lovely surprise my husband gave me.
तूने मर्डर देखा? मैं कैसे देख सकता हूँ सर?
Surprise!
क्या हुआ?
ऑटो ने रास्ता रोका है.
पीछे ऐश्वर्या राय का फोटो लगा है क्या?
Well, I am very curious what is going on there. It seems very oh, so you do not watch. Well, if it makes you feel better, I did not pick up a ton of what was going on in that trailer. And if it makes you feel better, I will try to purge that because I do technically, it sounds silly to say, it almost sounds silly to say, but I do overthink these things to this extent. So believe me when I tell you that when I watch a trailer, if I like it, I try to purge it from my memory. I honestly do. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm like, I try to put it out of my mind and just take away the fact that I want to see it. I go, yeah, no, that was cool. But so hopefully that didn't mess it up too much. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Should I watch the Azor trailer? I'm a little concerned about watching any more trailers, to be honest. I don't think I want to watch any more trailers. So guys, I think that's probably what is it, 11:30? That's 2 hours. I think we did a good job, man. I think this was really, really cool. I think I'm gonna bring it to a close, man. This was a blast. This went better than I thought, and not that I thought it would go bad, but I was just so nervous, man. So this was really cool. I will look back over the chat, and you know, anything that I missed and stuff, I'll probably put in for the next kind of FAQ, and just I will take all the recommendations. These really mean a lot, guys. You know, it's hard to overstate how appreciative I am of you guys showing up here and hanging out with me today. It's really cool. And I hope you guys will come back and see me. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this again soon. I think maybe bi-weekly if you guys are down. I'm going to take the advice to do maybe a history reaction, maybe a sports reaction. But don't worry, it's not going to slow down Family Man or anything. I'm working on Family Man today. Like when I get done with this, before I go pick up the kids, I'll be editing Family Man next episode. So don't worry about that. But yeah, okay. So thank you guys for all the recommendations. I'm going to, like I said, I'll keep the recommendations for next time. And we'll come back to that. So guys, thank you all for being here. I hope I see y'all again soon. Death Slayer, thank you for moderating. Peace out.